Now, you might not know who Epicurus is, or you might, and if you know who Epicurus is, you probably have the wrong idea about him. So Epicurus, we have to preheat this pen. So Epicurus was an ancient Greek philosopher. He was a hedonist. And so what a hedonist is a hedonist is somebody that says that what's moral is pleasure. So the only good thing is feeling good, and the only bad thing is feeling pain. So you got that right if you know that about Epicurus. Well, a little bit right, but we'll get to that later. So just gonna pour in that olive oil. Don't usually cook chicken in olive oil, but let's see. This is from All Recipes, from Chef John. Anyways, so okay, so Epicurus, he values pleasure as a moral good, but what some people, when they hear the word hedonism, they think that wild parties, drugs, indulging in everything, but that's not actually what Epicurus was all about. See, Epicurus, I'm trying not to cut my finger off here cutting this onion. Epicurus thought that you have to have moderation in your pleasure seeking. He said he was kind of like Aristotle in that, another Greek philosopher, in that he valued moderation. So we're just going to saute this onion and some crushed garlic. So he valued moderation. He valued moderation in seeking pleasure. So what the hell does that mean? Well, oh, and what do I mean by pleasure? Well, see, Epicurus was not big on like sex. I got a little bit of oil in my eye. Okay, so really what Epicurus meant by pleasure was small pleasures, like small creature comforts sort of thing. Chopping this garlic. So creature comforts. So what when he says pleasure, he actually means like enjoying something. For example, fuck, just burned myself. For example, he really liked to eat cheese. So he would write to his friend in a letter. He'd say, Dionysius, please send me a cheese that I may fare sumptuously. And that was his idea of pleasure. See, most people don't know that Epicurus was really not an extreme person. Was really chill in his outlook. He thought that a good moral life was one that was lived in comfort. It's not really that he was a crazy hedonist in like how we think about it. Oh, well, let's see, I need a dish. kind of messed this up because I was supposed to put the chicken in first, not this garlic. Well, we'll just garlic and onion. We'll just do it like that, whatever. Need that later. Okay, so have to season the chicken. Okay, this is like salt basically, then pepper. So you have guys like Socrates, and if you read one of his books, one of the books by Plato on Socrates, it's like the Phaedo or the Apology, one of those, and you have Socrates being really terrible to his his wife, telling her like, what you crying for, you know, you're just like a stupid woman sort of thing. I'm gonna die, but you shouldn't be crying, like saying that she was inferior to him because she was a woman. But actually Epicurus was an egalitarian. See, he thought that, fuck, I gotta switch this out, somewhere else it's burning. Epicurus was an egalitarian. He really bad. Oh shit, let me just do this real quick. It was burning. Let's see. Epicurus, unlike Socrates. Oh, okay. And you got I don't know if you need another example, but you also got Aristotle was kind of a asshole. So he thought that I mean, these are good people, but you know, they got their bad sides to them. So probably like everybody. But Aristotle, he thought that if you were a slave, you were born to be a slave because of your inferior characteristics. Let me just put this in here already. I don't think I'm going to retry this recipe again. I keep getting sprayed with oil. Anyway, so and then this one doesn't fit, so I don't know. I'll cut this out. So 5 minutes. So they were kind of jerks, but Epicurus was not. He really thought that people were not unequal, and he really he was famous for being good to his friends and family. So although you might think, oh, this guy, he's a hedonist, he doesn't care about anything, it's all partying or orgies or something like that. No, it's actually really not like that. Because I'm trying to like fit chicken in and talk at the same time. It's not like that because Epicurus, he really liked his friends, and he was famous for being kind to people. he adopted a son that was a slave, and yeah, he was just really good to people. And so I think that we can still use some of his teachings today to live a fairly good life. And there's this professor from Australia, I don't know how to say her name, but so she's a modern advocate for Epicureanism, and she suggests that in modern culture we don't actually enjoy ourselves, so that she compiled all these clinical studies of what happens when you use some Epicurean practices, like to really like enjoy what you're doing and enjoy life with small comforts. It's a little bit like mindfulness, if you know about that. So you got, in these clinical trials, you got people in long-term remission from depression. You've got seniors saying they're enjoying their life even though they're like in senior communities. So it's really exciting how much your life can improve if you try to enjoy it. I think it's kind of obvious, but people don't do it. So that's a thing. So people misinterpret Epicurus and think, oh, this guy's just like into orgies and like we can't learn anything from him, he's evil. But actually he's a really good guy, and he can still help us out today. So I'm going to just wait until this chicken's cooked, and then I'm gonna show it to you guys. So see ya. So right now I'm testing to see if it's done. I already made the roux and everything. I made it with flax meal. I'm just seeing to see if the chicken's a good temperature, and it is slightly overdone, which is my family's favorite. So let me just plate it up so you can see it. Got some cabbage here and tortillas to serve this over. I really like this sauce. I tried some earlier. So there you go. This has been Epicurus on hedonism, and chicken Pinot Grigio. I guess it's coq au vin. And see you next time on Filming with Wisdom, where I fill you with wisdom and I fill myself with food. Bye.